this week's new comic book day, so let's go ahead and take a look at next week with my top 10 comic picks for next week's new comic book day, February 7th, 2024. I did want to remind you I do have my PayPal and my Venmo in the description of the video. If you want to support the channel and leave a message, I will read that message in the following video. But without any further ado, let's get started. And kicking things off at number 10 is Super Scouts number 1. This seems pretty interesting. It's sort of like a Power Rangers parody, I want to say, because it says 30 years after they were the stars of the hit Super Sentai show Super Scouts, which, I mean, that's kind of Power Rangers, right? The washed up actors discover the show is based on a real intergalactic war. Now to save the galaxy, they must become the heroes they once pretended to be. So, you know what that reminds me of? Galaxy Quest. So it says, from Ryan Little, the co-creator of Disney Plus series I Am Groot, which is really good. Watch that with my kids. What If Season 2, which is actually pretty good. Comes an exciting new superhero team ready to save the galaxy from whatever might be headed its way. So I think that's pretty cool. There is a pretty cool homage, or not homage, but you know, just some pretty cool other covers here. But yeah, that's my number 10. Number 9 is Dark Souls, the Willow King, number 1. And it's mostly because it's a number 1 that seems like it could be pretty cool. I'm not exact. It's the Mighty King or the Link to the Flame. He refuses to do his duty to his kingdom. Herod is resurrected, returns to unite 3 mighty warriors to venture into the Willow King's domain and do what needs to be done. So, it just seems like it could be some cool dark fantasy thing. I don't know. It depends how they do it. It could get real boring real quick, but I think the premise is pretty neat for a setup. But let's move on to number 8. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, The Return, number 1. And it's mostly because it's a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers book and it's a number 1. But mostly I also wanted to put on here, so I wanted to give you the A, but this right here, this Jenny Frison 1 for 50 variant, this is the reason why this book is a number 8, because it's a 1 for 50 of a number 1. The last time we had something like this, that cover went for, it was a new character though, so this probably won't do the same thing, but that book was unknown. I forget what it was, but it ended up going for like $250, surprisingly. So these 1 in 50s are at least worth looking at from Jenny Frison for number 1s of these Power Ranger books. But there you go, that's number 8. Number 7 is actually something that I just stumbled upon, and I thought it was pretty cool. Jack Kirby Collector 89. I actually don't really know what this is, so it has Darkseid on the cover. But it says Jack's friends will be close and his enemies closer in the Kirby Conspiracies issue. Will skulk through the palace, intriguing Darkseid's Fourth World regime, the too many attempted overthrows of Odin's Asgard, newly discovered Jack Kirby and Joe Simon Swipes, and the many contradictions of Kang. So, plus the regular column is reprinted. I never reprinted Simon and Kirby story. So I don't know. Kirby Pencil Art Gallery. I mean, it's $10, 84 pages of Jack Kirby-ness. So that could be pretty cool if you're a Jack Kirby fan. But again, I'm not quite even sure what this really is. So, but that's why it's 7. But also it's 7 because it could just be a bunch of Jack Kirby stuff for $10. Almost 90 pages worth. So that's pretty cool. So at number 6 we have Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum number 1. Specifically the cover E 1 for 100 David Nakayama variant. Now I picked this before I found out how horrible the new game is. So that kind of stinks. Because this does come with a redeemable code for a bonus digital token in the game, but seems like people aren't really enjoying the game all that much. So I don't know. I just think this is a really cool cover. Especially, apparently they did Batman dirty. I haven't really looked into it that much because honestly I don't really care about this game too much. Alright, number 5 we have Poison Ivy number 19. And this one is the origin of Poison Ivy. So I thought we already had an origin for her, but I guess it could be, it says as a secret origin as revealed by herself. Number 4, Thundercats number 1. There's going to be some major, what is it? There's a group of people that are going to really want this book, basically. So, this is the cover A, but I also wanted to show you this awesome 1 for 150 Declan Shalvey Virgin variant that's really cool. And then there's a 1 for 200 that I thought you guys, would want to take a look at. So, it's not my cup of tea, but I think it's a pretty big deal as far as the world of comics and nerdy stuff goes. So, there you go. That's number 4. Number 3 is Batman 142, and it's Joker Year 1, and his story arc begins. So the Joker Year 1 begins here. So we all know we had other Year 1s. This is the Joker Year 1, which I think is going to be really fun. They could have some more lore or key moments that could turn this into a key book, but we just won't know. And Chip Zdarsky is writing it, who did a great job in Daredevil, one of my favorite comic book runs of all time. And then I think he wrote he might have just done the cover. What was it? It was Spider's Web. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but I think it was when Peter Parker decides to live with the Venom symbiote. I could be wrong that he didn't write that, but I feel like he was associated with that somehow. So anyway, Chip Zdarsky's just the man. I've heard that people haven't been super stoked on stuff he's done lately, but I haven't been reading his stuff lately, just from, the last few years ago. So hopefully he hits his stride, and this book is really awesome. And it has Giuseppe Camuncoli as well, who's no slouch in his own right. But yeah, that's my number 3. And number 2 is Star Wars Mace Windu number 1. But this actually has a first appearance of Azita Cruz, who is a pirate, who looks like she could be in the 1 for 25 variant, which I'm showing right here. And that would, again, make this thing pretty valuable, I guess. It's a first appearance of a character in the book, and they're on the 1 for 25, so generally that drives it up. So there you go. And my number 1 for the week of February 7th, 2024. Ultimate Black Panther, number 1. Sorry, I scrolled down. The reason I'll scroll down is because, specifically, I was looking for this cover right here. The 1 for 10 design variant. We had that Spider-Man Ultimate Invasion, or not Ultimate Invasion, Ultimate Spider-Man book, and that did really well. And I think this thing could do pretty decent on the secondary market, especially this 1 for 10 variant here. So in the wake of it's in the wake of Ultimate Invasion, right? Let's see. It's King, the Black Panther, reminds of Brian Hill. I thought it was gonna say if T'Challa is still Black Panther and I just saw Killmonger here, and for a second I thought maybe Killmonger was the new Black Panther in this Ultimate universe. So that would have been interesting, but I guess not. So it's probably T'Challa. But all right, so there you go. That's my number one for the week. Ultimate Black Panther number one, specifically this 1/10 design variant. Alright everybody, that's going to go ahead and do it for me in this video about my top 10 comic picks for next week's new comic book day, February 7th, 2024. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, if you could please smash that thumbs up button, give this video a like, comment down below, let me know what you thought about this video, and subscribe to the channel to see more great comic book and collectible content. And also don't forget, I do have my PayPal and my Venmo in the description of the video. If you want to support the channel and leave a message, I'll go ahead and read that out. We are making our way to the 1K subscriber giveaway. I probably need to do an updated video for that here pretty soon, since we're coming up on 700 subscribers. We're chugging along slowly but surely. Been at this thing almost, I think, 2 years now. But anyway, thanks again to everybody who's checked out this video, especially those of you who have made it this far. And until next time, bye!